Hello, thank you again for joining us on this podcast. Today, we're talking about this topic. Someone brought it up, and so I thought I will do some thinking on it. And these are my thoughts. So it is, who am I? The answer to life's most defining question. And so many people will miss the depth of this question because it's not asking to describe yourself, who you are or your achievement or identity from your possessions. See, many identify themselves with what they have, their wealth, qualifications, and more. So the question, who am I? We are not this body, nor this mind. We are the spirit just dwelling in this body. But if the question of who am I is about identity, then we are talking about memories, feelings, experiences, thoughts, relationships, and more. With that, we can identify who we are. So, something to share. I like it when people say, "Do you know who I am?" Maybe you have a conflict with someone and they come and say that. And so I'm sure you can guess right away that this person is completely lost in their identity if they don't know who they are, right? So are they asking you to help them find who they are? LOL. Or the ego wants to let you know their wealth, achievements that they see as their identity. They want to boast to you. Because that's it. That's all. And so who cares who they are and what they have? So for most people who are awakened and wanting to explore this question from a deeper level, this question is about dissolving you. You dissolving who you are. That is powerful, isn't it? How many times have you asked yourself this question? And how many times have you questioned why you are supposed to be on this earth? Questioning your very existence. So for me, many, many times. I wanted to know, why am I here? Where do I come from? How did I get here? All these questions I started asking. And so the question itself makes me ask more questions. Can I ever know who I am? And why do I need to know who I am? And will any answer ever satisfy me? But at this point in time, I would say I'm getting close. Because 10 years ago I decided to explore and think deeply and become a seeker. So few people can choose their identity, and many, they simply can't because of their cultures, beliefs, and sometimes these values may not be aligned with who they want to be. But they do them anyway because it is expected. They're afraid that they will be disowned if they don't follow whatever is required of them. And so not being able to align with your authentic self creates and brings an unfulfilled life. We've seen that. Often whom we think we are is just a collective system of memories, of thoughts, of conditioned. Many have multiple identities and some have struggle identity, I call it. When we are unable to identify ourselves or find a way that fit the way we want to be identified, people tend to go into darker identity. So we say their root chakra is not balanced. They are not rooted to the earth. They're just floating and all over the place because they don't know who they are. They cannot find any identity to fit in. So some go into dark identity, which is use of drugs, depression, alcohol, or maybe become a foolish shopper. Just buy things to fill the void. Or start unusual behavior or of gambling. And there's online gambling that people get addicted to. Because somehow you want to prove that you are something, even though you really cannot pinpoint that identity of who you say you are. So this struggle identity takes place. Trying to suppress the feeling of self-meaninglessness. Some people can see, even just from their posture, that they just don't believe in themselves because they feel that meaninglessness, self-meaninglessness. So if you can be true to your identity, to your values, and have meaningful goals, you have the chance of being happy and more content. How can you separate your true identity from the one given to you by your family? Or what it is that is being shaped by society? This is really tough, especially on this generation. There is a lot of identity struggle. Social media, it will hurt you. It's a lot of competition, a lot of comparison. And so this young generation, they just get swept into that dark struggle. So you need reflection, you need self-discovery. You really have to look at your whole body as a house. And so when you own a house, you know that it needs a lot of things to run. Your plumbing should be in good order. Your AC should be in good order. And so you become an inspector in your life and get down deep to that foundation. And forget about what people see you like or think who you are or what you made them believe you are. Forget all that, because it's causing you more suffering. You don't even know who you are anymore. You're just faking it when you go out into the world. And when you get home, it hits you right back on your face when you look in the mirror. So ask yourself right now, who are you? What are your strengths? What are your flaws? And do you like who you see in the mirror? Because there's so much also of critiquing ourselves. We look in the mirror, and instead of seeing whatever it is positive, we just start with, oh my gosh, look at that fat sagging, look at this cellulite, look at this or that. But it is you. Embrace who you are. This is a beginning of that identity that you are not really facing the reality. And so what do you want to see, or who do you want to be? There's some things that, yes, you can fix with cosmetic, but some you just have to embrace it, love it. So do you think that who you are doesn't match who you see, or the other way around? And how does that make you feel? So you can begin here. Look deep into that foundation. You'll even notice when things started to go south. Maybe you were hanging out with people that had more than you, and you just wanted to impress them and prove a point, but that's not you. It's like someone who cheats. If you're cheating on your lover, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, you always have to come with a lie. And it's just exhausting to even think about it. Like, if you're going out or doing something, you have to come with a lie. So that's not you. Identify which areas of your life you are unhappy about. Look at what you think could be better. Mentally, emotionally, or physically. Don't go rush and slap band-aids all over the issues. Because things will always show up. No matter how much band-aid you keep putting on it, things have a way of just showing up. So decide whom you want to become and begin that path of self-discovery. And don't aim to be perfect. Only you can create the world of your experience. You are the one creating it. Once you discover that, the rest will fall in place because you now know how to make better choices and follow your true passions and face your flaws truthfully and honestly, and embrace the things you know needs improvement. Why do we make life so difficult for ourselves? Trying to please, to show off, when we know we are not living our true, authentic self. It takes a bigger person to see that and admit it and be willing to change, to be willing to become this honest person who lives from the heart. Because then I promise you, you'll enjoy life. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Namaste.